Welcome back to the KMT Traders channel. We're looking at Bitcoin, just looking at the monthly right now, just to get an overall picture, but I should have stepped down to a weekly. Let's just take it down. So we have made our peak point last week on the 27th, and that was reaching the $9,888 point. So we currently now formed. We are currently forming a shooting star formation. So this is a a key reversal point, and we can see like we've got the overselling conditions here on the RSI. So let's just step it down to a daily, see what is actually happening. So we formed our upwards wedge. It formed here. Let's just drag it out. Oh, starting to change tools now. Let's drag this. Oh, it's not working very well for me. But yeah, so this proved to be a double top above the wedge that we broke out, and a lot of optimism was involved in this sort of trade here. But we've started to see the overselling of the conditions here. So we've got the overselling conditions here, but we still went further. Right now we've got just this huge divergence that we've just got forming here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we started to see the overall change of momentum as of right now on the daily. Because this is occurring on the day, this will have a much more impact on the overall outcome of Bitcoin and what the price is intended to do until we get the right confirmation. Until we get the right impulse of news which brings all these buyers back into play. But let's just take it down towards the 4 hour and just have a look at how we looked on the last video of the analysis. So I was projecting some long entries for just a short gain, just to see if we could test the highs. But we didn't actually get that appropriately. We was roughly here when talking on the last video. We failed to get the push towards the 8848,000 mark before, so this was out of question. The next scenario for me was to get the test on this line here. Should have labeled this blue now because this is now into play. But we didn't get the support. We got an instant break of the support, and then it eventually became resistance, right? So this instantly became an invalid trade for us to signal upwards. So this price action momentum changed dramatically after the last video that we put out. As we can see, that price had changed dramatically just because of how it respected the key levels that I've got right here. And further touching onto that, the EMA switched over, and this led to the retest of the next monthly zone here at 7735. So with all of my videos, just to pinpoint, the darker the color, it means the higher the time frame. So this is the highest time frame, so this is the monthly key zone, and the fader shades are daily, and then the 4 hourly ones are the ones in blue, or the ones that are coming back into play. So that's what I mean by how this is the monthly and how I know. So we've got some support here, but there is a lot of sensitivity as there's been a lot of closures. This key level is also coming back into play, and this is also coming back into play because we've closed, but we've not had a retest, and we've got some support here. So these two key zones are now next in play. So in terms of the next opportunity and what is likely to happen, I do believe we need to have a look at the RSI here. So we have overselling conditions here, which gives us the influx of all this buying pressure, which is why we've got these pin bars at this level. And now let's just take it down one step. It looks like we're aiming towards the higher time frames, but we're in a selling EMA, so we just have to close above the EMA for the blue line before we go to the upside. But let's just take it down for the hourly. Yeah, so we can see how the EMA is just slowly trying to converge towards the selling, but it doesn't actually, because we've slowly it tried to switch over, but we've got the bias sensitivity to come back into play and to take us further high. So we can draw a zone on this point here, as it's a key reversal level, and it does work because we've got a reversal here. You know, it's all reversing around here as well. So this would have been the perfect opportunity for us to go further long, but we don't have that right now, so we're just going to have to see if we can get another potential return here before we go to the upside. If not, price could actually be likely to come back towards the downside, retest this again, and get a potential here. So depending on where we go, we could get a short here towards the downside if we get the right confirmation, and a buy here if we get the right confirmation once more, just above here. So upon these zones that I've just made, we need to get the right confirmation before we partake, but it will definitely be one certain route that we go through in terms of the week. So it could happen any time of the week. We just have to see how it pans out, but we are currently consolidating in this area here between these zones. So let's see how the price pans out for this week for Bitcoin, and see if momentum is still kicking in play with the bullish momentum. So I'll see you in the next video for next week, and that's all for this week. Thank you.